Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So excited because it's that time again. We do this every year. I think this is gonna be the third or fourth time we've done this, and we're gonna be talking about the Passionate Penny Pincher home planner. I know so many of y'all get so excited for this to come out every year. I get so excited for this to come out every year, and I love getting to give you guys kind of like a little sneak peek, give you like a full-on flip through, show you like all of the features of this planner. This is like my ultimate planner, honestly. And I'm like very much a list person, very much like a checkbox type A type of person. So this is like literally my love language right here. But even if you're not that type of person, this is the planner that will just help you get stuff done or just like keep your life organized. Like kind of like no matter what you're going for, this planner like basically does it for you. It's like a little personal assistant. It is such a game changer. Ever since I discovered this, like I said, 3 or 4 years ago, I have never gone back because it is just that good. Not only are the features really like well thought through and so helpful, but just like the planner itself, like you'll see when I flip through it, it's very aesthetic, it's very nice, it's high quality, it's the perfect size. Like there's so many, I could go on and on. There's just so much that I love about this planner. It's like very close to what my perfect planner would be. I feel like we all, like in our mind, if you're a planner person, which you probably are if you're watching this video, I feel like we all have those certain features in a planner that we just love, whether it's like a certain layout or a certain like day of the week start or habit trackers. Like I feel like we all have like those little things that we would love to kind of like combine and have like our perfect custom planner. Like this is almost that for me. So I'm going to flip through this. I'm going to show you guys what it is all about. If you guys want to check out any of my previous Passionate Penny Pincher planner videos, that's such a mouthful, I will link them all down below if you guys are curious to see some of the other videos that I've done kind of walking through these. So this video is not sponsored or anything like that, but Passionate Penny Pincher does always send this over to me every year. They just send it over because they're just like the sweetest team over there. I just love getting the chance to kind of like partner with them and promote their product because they're so good. They're like a small company. They're women run and women owned, so you know that I love that. So they have sent this over to me early to kind of like preview and get a chance to share with you guys. And as of right now, based on the information that I have, this will be launching September 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm hoping that doesn't change at all because I'm filming this a couple of weeks in advance just so I can get this up for you guys. However, there are probably going to be some more details. They always usually do like bundle discounts and some coupon codes and things like that. And as of the last time I spoke with them, they weren't able to provide me with those details quite yet because like I said, it's not for a few weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put those details just like in text on the screen here so that you guys know what coupon codes to use, what kind of like bundle deals they're having. I'll also have it all down in the description box for you guys as well, since I don't know it as of right now, but I will by the time you're seeing this. So definitely check out the description box for more information, the launch date, the link, everything you need. Definitely check down there. And they always have more products than just the planner, even though the planner is like what I'm obsessed with. They do have other products and they're like the sweetest. They always like send over the cutest little packages. I get so excited to receive these from them every year. They do have some like blank journals. They offer these in little packs, which these are really great. They have like little Bible verses. They have like little checklists, so you can use this as just like a little notes journal. You can use it as like a to-do list. There's like 1,000,001 uses for this. I actually keep one of these in my diaper bag at all times just for like incidental reasons, like when we're at the doctor's office and I need to like jot stuff down, I whip this out. If I just need like a piece of paper or something, like I always have one of these in the diaper bag because they're nice and slim and low profile, but there's like a ton of pages in here. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys like a full in-depth look at the planner. But they do also have these sticker books. They are so nice. Like there's always a new aesthetic and like new colors and new fonts every year, and honestly they just get better every year. Like I literally don't understand how that's possible each year because I'm so obsessed, and then the next year I'm like, well, they did it again. Like look at the colors and just the whole aesthetic of these. This is kind of almost like a little washi tape kind of page. They're kind of like themed pages. Like this is like a bill pay kind of themed sticker page. So cute and just like so helpful. Like these genuinely are so helpful. You can even add like little extra. You'll see in the planner there are a lot of sections that look just like this, so you can use these little sections to add to your planner. So this is a really good like supplementary item to get with your planner if you're into stickers, which I mean I feel like every planner is just better with stickers in it. I mean, like look at this page. How cute are these? They're kind of like reflective. The colors, the fonts, I literally cannot. Oh my gosh, there's Christmas ones. Don't even let me start thinking about Christmas. I will freak out. Like, look at this one. This is kind of like relevant for like the beginning of the school year. So cute. And that's honestly one of the things that I love the most about the Passionate Penny Pincher products is it's such a mouthful, Passionate Penny Pincher projects. Like, try to say that 5 times fast. I don't think I could do it. They're like so aesthetic, and they're just so like nice and high quality, which is why I say this every year. This makes such a good gift. It even comes in like a really cute little box. This is like how it arrives. It says like it's here, so you can get really excited, and then the planner is always just like bubble wrapped right in here. So it kind of already comes like very giftable, I feel like. So obviously this is the 2023 planner, so I feel like these make such a good Christmas gift, because obviously Christmas is like a week before the new year starts. So this is like literally the perfect gift to give right on time for the new year to start. Whoever gets this like doesn't have to wait forever to be able to start using this. They can literally crack it open and start using it almost immediately. And I feel like this is something a lot of people maybe like won't get themselves, or like need but don't even like know that they need, or it's obviously like a really good gift just to get yourself or to put on your Christmas list, because this is something that it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Like you will get it and then use it literally every single day. It's worth every single penny because of the value that you will get out of it. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and give you guys a really thorough look at kind of like how this works and how it's set up. There's a lot of features and just a lot of good that comes from having like a very well structured, organized planner situation. Take it from me, I feel like it makes my hectic mom life, especially like if you're a parent or you're just like a really busy person, having somewhere to have everything like written down and organized, that's very valuable for me, and that is where this comes in. So let me flip you guys around and show you everything. If you have like any questions or anything like that, like I said, definitely check the description box, check the link, or just let me know in the comments. I feel like after this many years, I've become very accustomed to like all things a passionate penny pincher planner. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. And without further ado, let's dive into it. I'm so excited to show y'all. So this is my copy of the home planner. Typically they do have a couple of different like styles in terms of the cover. I'm not 100% sure what the other ones are for this year. This is the only one that I've seen. I love this one. Like look how stunning. I mean, it's so simple, but I love the simplicity of it. This is how it comes straight out of the box. It kind of has like this little informational little banner on it, and the front cover and the back cover are both laminated, as you can see. So they're very, very durable, very difficult to bend, easy to wipe off. And it's also really nice because the edge of the covers is like longer than the tabs, which is like one of those like really kind of almost seemingly minor things that are actually not minor at all, because this way you don't have to worry about any of the tabs getting dog-eared or damaged or anything. If you put this in your purse or your work bag or your backpack or anything like that, everything is very well protected, which like I'm saying is one of those little things that makes a really big difference. So this is how it starts off. They always have a little ruler in here, and they did a new font this year for like the kind of little doodly accents, and I think it is so cute. The colors and the fonts are always like my favorite thing. So you'll notice, like I showed y'all, they do have the sticker book, but the actual planner itself, like if you don't want to purchase that, does come with a couple pages of stickers with a really cute aesthetic ever. I love the different fonts and the colors. They have, kind of like I showed you in the sticker book, like the different little sticker lists that you can use to add on to some of the sections in the planner pages. And again, they're kind of reflective, so pretty. So there are 2 pages in the very beginning with stickers, which I think is such a nice little addition. And what I love about this planner, especially like I said for gift purposes, is it's like very well fleshed out in terms of basically teaching you how to use this planner and like how to make the most of it and get the most out of it. The big lesson here though is that, like it says right here, these are just like general kind of guidelines on ways to use this planner to like its maximum capacity and get the most out of it, but also like it's your planner. So even though Passionate Penny Pincher put it together really well, it's totally customizable and you can use this however like you and your family see fit. It's very well structured, but if that's like not really your vibe, you can definitely use it in other ways, or in kind of like a little bit of a combo way, which is how I do. I definitely don't follow this like to a T. There are some people that do for sure. I'm actually part of the Passionate Penny Pincher Facebook group, and when you do purchase this, you do get access to the Facebook group, which is really nice. I love being part of it and seeing people's posts, so that's kind of like a little bonus. One of my favorite parts is this very first section, and it's all of the checklists. Like I said, I'm a type A person. I am a to-do list, a checklist, checkbox kind of person, so this literally like speaks to my soul. They have quite a few different ones. Here they have like the spring cleaning checklist, and kind of going along with it like a yard and home maintenance checklist, but this one is broken down by the seasons, which like for me this was huge because I got this the first year we were homeowners, and I literally had no idea like what kind of maintenance went into taking care of a home once you own it, as opposed to like an apartment or something. So this was such a game changer for me. I love how there are a lot of sections to add on like your own tasks based on where you live or your home. The spring cleaning checklist is broken down by rooms, which I think is really handy as well. And what's nice is if you want to use these lists like more than once, for example, I always just make a photocopy of these pages so that I can use it over and over and over. This one is so good. The company is coming checklist. If you guys are having people over like during the summer or for holidays or anything like that, this is so great because not only does it give you like a list of stuff to do, but it's broken down by timeline. I feel like this just makes the whole concept of having company like so much more approachable. Doesn't seem like such such an overwhelming task when you have a planner literally like telling you how to do it. And as you can see here, there are also some extra little lists. Love that. Also, don't mind, that's from the blinds. The vacation checklist is also so handy. Look how just aesthetic. I feel like this makes the whole concept of packing like a ton of stuff way more approachable because it's all broken down by like sections. It's categorized, and I love, for me, like just having things written down right in front of me that I can just go down the list. Eases my mind and makes stressful things so much less stressful. So these are so handy. I don't think they originally had this in one of the first ones, if I'm remembering correctly. I feel like this is a fairly new edition as well, and it's so great. This one is one that they've had, I'm pretty sure, as long as I can remember, and I love the Christmas checklist. Again, Christmas can be a very overwhelming season. As much as I love it and as amazing as it is, and especially now as a mom, I feel like it's kind of like taken on a whole nother level and a lot more meaning. So I love that there are like specific sections to kind of keep you on track for like shopping and gifting, and then also like baking supplies. This planner, you'll notice, is kind of like productivity and sort of like task related, but it's also like not only about that. Like it's literally telling you here to remember to like enjoy Christmas lights and watch movies and listen to music and just like take time to savor the season. So it's not all about, you know, getting things done and constantly being busy. It's also just about kind of like remembering to also build in time to enjoy life. And I feel like that's one of those things that is hard to remember to schedule, but is really nice to have as a reminder. And then they also have this weekly home project schedule, which you will notice is also reflected in each week of the planner. That's actually what like these little dates on the end here are. So this is kind of like a high level overview of basically like one kind of bigger task per week that you can do to kind of like break down a lot of the like bigger projects or like slightly more, frankly, like annoying tasks that you might have to do, like organizing closets and the garage and like cleaning things out, going through things, stuff like that. Like those projects that honestly probably you totally forget to do or just like put off doing. This list makes it feel very manageable to accomplish those kind of bigger like household tasks that sometimes like we don't even get around to. And there are tasks on here that I literally never did until I had this planner, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really should be doing that. And I don't do that with any consistency. So you will see that reflected throughout the planner as well. And then there's some goal setting sections as well. You can write down your personal goals for each month. And then actually, if we skip ahead a couple pages, you can actually write down like your financial goals and like some house goals, a big project. And then in between that, you also have some more checklists. I freaking love checklists. This one includes your monthly checklist, which is basically just a section that you can freestyle your kind of like more routine monthly tasks. If there's things like washing the dog, things that you need to do on a monthly basis that maybe isn't built into the planner that's more specific to you and your lifestyle, you can do that here. And you can also keep track of your bills and the amounts and all of that kind of stuff there. So this planner, like I said, is like literally a personal assistant. It makes it so easy to keep track of everything. And then they do give you notes pages, of course, too, which I always find handy. What we really need to talk about is the aesthetic of like the little divider sections this year. This is like the best new addition this year. I feel like they have really stepped up the graphics this year. I mean, they're always so cute, but like I'm obsessed. Do you see this? Like this is just everything. This is the cutest thing. I feel like once you're done with the planner, these would be so cute to like rip out and like frame and like do a little like a gallery wall or something with these, because like the graphics are just, they're insane. You'll see as we flip through. So basically how each month starts is with a page just like this with a note section, and then it also kind of gives you some prompts on what to do to start the month. So like completing your budget, picking out your financial goals, picking out a fun activity, and then it also encourages you to donate or throw away 25 items from your home, which again is one of those things I feel like it's easy to go like months without decluttering. So I love that this gives you a little prompt. Even if you can't get to 25, like that'd be nice, but at least it can remind you each month, like shoot, there probably are some things that we don't need that I could get rid of. And then of course, like always, there's just a standard calendar spread with holidays and a note section. And then here's where we really get into it, and this is like the bread and butter of this planner and why I love it so much. So as you can see, it starts on January 1st. This is my like one and pretty much only critique of this planner. This is just a personal preference thing, but I really prefer a Monday start rather than a Sunday start. I like to have my weekend days kind of clumped together, but I feel like that is a very, very polarizing opinion. I know so many people that are just ride or die Sunday start people, and some are Monday start people, and honestly, like it's not a big enough deal to me to like actually have that change my opinion on this. But that's just if I want to be nitpicky. That's probably like the one and maybe only thing I would change about this planner, but it's obviously like a very trivial detail. So one of the things, let me zoom you in. One of my favorite parts of the planner is this little like task section up here. So as you can tell, it's broken down by like days of the week in the different columns, and essentially how it's broken apart is this is like morning morning tasks, and this is more like afternoon/evening tasks. So I love that there's 2 separate categories, so you can kind of like break your day apart. And then kind of like I mentioned, that one kind of like bigger task that we saw on that one page back in the front, those are right here at the bottom of the task section. So this doesn't necessarily have to obviously be done at all if you don't need to do it, but it doesn't have to be done any specific time or day of the week. But this is just a suggestion, like at some point this week, maybe tackle organizing your pantry, get that done, and then that's honestly probably not something you need to do again, maybe for a few months or maybe for the rest of the year, depending on how well you're able to maintain it. That's one of my literal favorite parts of this planner. But then the rest of these tasks, it can be done obviously each day of the week, and this is sort of like a habit tracker more or less, and that's what I love about it. I love seeing my check marks go across every single day of the week. But keep in mind, you don't obviously have to do all of these things. Like certain things, like I don't do laundry every day, so I'll either like cross these out or put a squiggle through them. Or if maybe you don't do laundry, maybe your spouse's laundry, you could totally cross it out completely, or you could just cross out fold laundry and put something else there, like maybe do your skincare or like something, you know, that you do on a nightly basis that would maybe like make a little bit more sense to having your planner. I typically always adjust a couple of these if they're not something that I do all the time, but you also can just add on to it if you do want to keep these here and just add a couple of things. There's something like truly satisfying about seeing like X's or check marks or however you want to do it across every single day of the week. It just makes you feel so good and so accomplished. And like I said, it gives you some structure to your task, to your day. You can feel kind of accountable to something, and this way you don't really have to think about what you have to do. It's right there for you. And then as we jump down to each day of the week, there are obviously like little check boxes that you can put either tasks or appointments or basically whatever you need to there. And then there are also like a few little tasks that obviously like these ones up here you're doing every single day, but there are a couple little tasks that are specific to each day of the week that again are kind of like little add-ons or things that you don't need to do every single day up here, but definitely need to be done on a weekly basis. And it does change from week to week. You will notice that. So for example, this Monday has make a menu plan, grocery shop, and clean out your purse. And then these little sections over here I also really love. The little like fork and knife like utensil section is for meal planning. I always use that. I love having like a totally separate section for meal planning. And then there's also a section here to keep track of something you're grateful for. I feel like having a gratitude section is always really nice. And then there's also a little budgeting section as well, so you can keep track of either how much you're spending or what I used to do, like when I was working in the hospitality industry, if you make tips or commissions or anything like that, I used to keep track of what I made in this line so that I could kind of see like what days of the week I was doing better, and I can kind of keep like a running tally throughout the week. So I love this line. You could use it for spending, but you can also use it for what you're making, or obviously use it for both. So I love these little like bonus sections over here, and I like how it's kind of separate from the task section. And then as we go through, I'm obviously not going to go through like every single page in here, but just so you can see as an example, the next day has like dust furniture and vacuum. And then you also can use this as kind of like a Bible study guide sort of thing. So if you wanted to kind of make your way through the Bible throughout the year, they also give you like suggested books to read, like one per day. It's actually not every day, it's only on the weekdays. They don't have one for Saturday and Sunday. So if you kind of want to follow along with that, you certainly can. I love that they give you kind of like somewhere to start and a reminder if it's something that you find easy to forget to fit into your day. I love that they have a little checkbox for it. So that's definitely an option. Of course, if you're not someone that reads the Bible or anything like that, you can certainly cross that out or skip over it or replace it with something else. Maybe if you just like needs to remember to make time to like read a book every day, which is something that I have a hard time making time for. As much as I love reading, I have a hard time just like turning off my brain and like sitting down and reading. So this could also just be a good reminder to read like maybe a chapter a day or something like that. And then going through like the next day has like a reminder to mop and take out the trash, clean out the fridge. What I actually really like, and I think is again like a really thoughtful feature, is they don't really load up the weekends with like many tasks. Like you can see Saturday, it's like literally just like clean out the car, and then Sunday just has like meal plan and grocery shop. The weekends kind of inherently come with a little bit less tasks, which I think is really thoughtful because that obviously encourages you either maybe to make your own task list or to just like use it to like genuinely either relax, like do less, or obviously schedule in activities. You know, maybe you're getting together with family and stuff like that, and it's not really a day that you typically load up with a ton of productivity. It's more of like a chill kind of vibe for you on the weekends. So I like that the weekends are like very intentionally left with not a ton of tasks. So as you go through, you'll notice like there's some things that are very similar. Like you'll see Sunday pretty much always has meal plan and grocery shop and clean out your purse, because I feel like that obviously just makes sense. But as you go through, you'll notice like some things days are different. For example, this Saturday doesn't have clean out the car, it has sweep out the garage. This Thursday has change the bed sheets. So like things are kind of consistent, but they also do vary. Again, I feel like that's so intentional to make sure that you're like kind of getting around to everything and you're not going like too long in between doing things, but you're also like not doing the same thing constantly. Like you probably don't need to clean out your car every single weekend, but you probably do need to like clean out your fridge on a more or less weekly basis, and probably a lot of us are not doing that. So I think this is very like well structured. It's not like overwhelming or, you know, requiring too much of you. And that's pretty much how it goes throughout the whole rest of the planner. And then at the end of the month, they do have a specific budget worksheet, which if you're someone that budgets, I feel like you will love this because the whole aesthetic is just like very, very appealing. Like the way it's categorized. I think it's so handy having a page like that in your actual planner. And then you can also kind of update this as you go. So this is so handy to have at the end of the month just to kind of close things out. This is more of my husband's territory than mine, but I think it's so handy to have that there. And then again, like just how stunning. How stunning. So the rest of the planner keeps along more or less that same exact structure. All the different holidays are outlined as well, which I think is handy. I typically go through and like highlight those before I like actually start the month, because I feel like that's, I mean, Groundhog Day is obviously not all that relevant to me or most people, I feel like, but I do feel like it, for me, I'm like very forgetful when it comes to like when holidays are coming up. So I like to go through and kind of like have that stand out. So when I open the spread for the next week, I'm like, oh, Groundhog Day is coming up. Let's get ready for it. But I do feel like it is nice to kind of like have that jump out at me. Every time I turn to a new one of these, I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally want to frame this. Like, this is so cute. So as you can see, there are tabs for every single month of the year all along the side, which I think is really handy as well. And actually you can use this ruler here as kind of like a bookmark. I feel like I really mentioned that, but I use this every single year as well. It kind of like pops out from the spiral binding, and then you can actually like move it up like this and then pop it in a little bit higher into the binding, which is typically what I do, so that it kind of like sticks out from the top a little bit. And then whenever you're flipping through, if you need to like find what page you're on, if you typically keep this closed like in your purse or something, it sticks out right from the top, which like just looks cute, but I love that it's very functional as like a bookmark as well. So definitely keep that tip in mind. And then at the very end, there are a couple more notes pages, and then there's actually a little folder, which for me, like my planner, that's one of those things that's like maybe a very much like personal preference, but my planners need to have like a pocket or a folder or like an envelope section, because I feel like there's always little pieces of paper, whether it's like receipts or bills or like just general paperwork, that I need to like have in my planner, but I don't want to just like shove it in, you know, in case it obviously falls out or it kind of gets like lost in here and I'm having a hard time finding it. I really need something where I can just throw like little pieces of paper, but this is like a very nice thick piece of paper, so this is very well structured and it's durable and it will definitely hold up. That really makes a huge difference in terms of the functionality of this planner. So I love that. As you can pretty much tell, like I said, this is obviously not sponsored or anything, but as you can tell, I'm a real big fan of how this is structured. I feel like, kind of like I said before, if you're someone that really loves structure and lists, like this is literally made for you. But I feel like this would just be really good for people that maybe want to be a little bit more that way. Maybe you are like going to college, or maybe you're like just moving out on your own for the first time and you kind of like need some guidance on how to structure your days, your tasks, like keep on top of everything. This is the perfect thing for you. Or if you know someone that kind of needs a little bit of help in this department, like this is the perfect thing to kind of ease you into it and just like help you along from day to day and like week to week, just kind of like stay on top of things and just feel like you have a sense of structure and organization in your life, which I feel like we could all use a little bit more of that, and especially in such like a pretty aesthetic way. So as you can tell, I'm obsessed. This is just one of those things that every year I get so excited to start a new one, and there's just something about like a nice, fresh, like untouched planner. If you know, you know. There's just something about it that's just like so satisfying and so exciting. So that's going to be everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, definitely check out the description box for the links, the coupon codes, like all the launch information that you are going to need. You guys will literally love this planner. I think, like I said, as a gift, it's a really good idea. You could also like bundle it with like the sticker pack. You can get them a pack of like cute pens or pencils, like maybe some washi tape. You can kind of do like a whole themed gift off of this planner, and I just love themed gifts. It just makes it easier to like come up with stuff, and I feel like people just love that. Never too early to start thinking about Christmas gifts or like birthday, or honestly like any occasion. If you have someone that's maybe like going off to college or something, or maybe like a new parent that's just gonna like really need to like get organized and feel like they have some structure, like I feel like this is the gift that just keeps on giving, and there's so many applications for it. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.